week and asked me to talk about my journey from the corporate world to entrepreneurial life. And while everybody was introducing, while we're having the introduction, I see how far we've come. I see that some of us also did practice accounting, my humble self. Maybe I gave a bit of insight. I actually wanted to study mass communication, but way back then, they'll tell you that you need to study a professional course. Either accounting, likes of medicine, and all of that. So I opted for accounting. Even after writing ICANN, I got to the final stage. But I wrote MDCS 5 times, and by the 5th time, I was tired, and I said, I'm done with ICANN. I don't want to do it because it really broke me, and all of that. But anyway, I wasn't even in the accounting line, so there's no need for that. Fast forward, I spent 12 years in the banking industry. Microfinance bank. So when he said you still work in Rwanda, right? Excuse me, you still work in Rwanda. I'm a guru. Okay, so that also took me out of the country. I was able to work in Kigali for a bit, and I went to train, went to open branches there, and I was on the team that led that. Coming back, still worked in the banking industry for like 12 years and all of that, and then it was time to leave. It was time to leave. Nothing like, but it was just time to leave. When I came in, Yoyo and I were talking, and when he got to know I was in logistics, he said, he can't marry my person to being in logistics. And I laughed because I understand what it means. He said, how do I cope with these crazy drivers and all of that? I said, well, I grew up in Mushin. I live in Mushin on my mind. It's marriage that took me out of that environment. So,
guys, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, I said, well, the truth about this line of business is that I'm in a man's world, as it were. You understand? And I said, look, there are times you need to drop sush and nice and all of that and go the Mushin way to get things done. So you can relate to your life. You down my brother. So, how has it been? I will share a bit of my story. I actually started from my living room with just 2 bikes. From my living room. That was my first office. Why did I have to start from my living room? Number one, I've never been in the logistics line. So I also needed to grow and learn the business as it were. Coming from banking, marketing and all of that, it was just a different. And who pushed me into my hobby did. He felt that, look, you can do the logistics. I put the capital down and you run it and all of that. So I started with just 2 bikes from my living room. And I worked from my living room for about a year. Until we got an office. And the office was just right beside my house. In fact, if I share the testimony of that office, it was a gift. Somebody handed me a fully furnished office. I didn't even have to buy anything in that office. Everything was just there. But like that, yes, there's been the ups, the downs. At times you need capital, you need more refinancing. And yes, having been in the banking world, you want to borrow money and then the interest rate is ridiculous. So let me just tell you for free how I raise capital. I'm an expert in crowdfunding and job and all of that. I have several that I do, I just take that risk of being a job with different groups and all of that. And that is like the cheapest source of funding for me. I don't need to bother about interest or anybody coming after any assets or whatever it may be. So that's how I've been able to work on that aspect of funding. And then of course, family, maybe at times just talk to somebody and all of that, and they're able to raise you and all of that. So it's been an interesting journey. It's been a journey of, like I said, I can't even marry, coming from that world into this world. They are two separate worlds entirely. But I've also had to learn and grow in this line too. I've also had to learn a lot of things. It's so good to know. I don't know, is there anyone in LASMA here? I need a LASMA person. But it's good to know. It's good to know there's somebody in FRSC here and all of that, you know. And these are, I mean, you just meet people too. And you know, like that. For everyone who has patronized me at some point, who know, thank you. From the living room to the parlor to expansion into international, it's been a steady journey. It's been a steady journey. It's a learning curve for me personally too. Like I mentioned earlier, I've never been in the logistics world. I've never been in that world at all.
How many sites do you have now?
It's not about the number of bikes, but maybe, in fact, if you ask me, I don't want to like go down on bikes, but I've moved onto other things, onto other aspects of logistics. Yes. Yes. So you know, you can start with one aspect, and then you know you continue. It's a very wide, it's a wide space. Trucks, haulage, we're moving things for people. You are moving houses, can help you. People relocating to other states in the country, different things. Just help to handle all of that. So that's why I said it's a learning curve, you know, and like that, bit by bit, organic growth. Let me use that word. And I mean, yes, the number of, so initially, so when I started working for my living room, I was everything. I was HR, I was accountant, I was manager, I was everything. Supervisor, exactly. Yes, like I said, I didn't feel accounting is my line, but maybe the good aspect is that from day one, it helped me keep the books. You understand? At least that's knowledge of, your books need to be intact, and then we also have them audited and all of that. So these are the things that at least I've learned in school that has come to play. So thank you very much for the opportunity. A lot of people call me. I talk to people a lot. I show people out the rules of the business, whatever it may be. But it's not a business for the weak-hearted as it were. And people also ask, can I use it as a side also? And I say, I don't advise you to use logistics as a side also. You need to be on ground. It's a business that needs to be on ground. Except it doesn't want to dash people money and assets. I don't know if you understand what or except you have a very trusted hand that will help you oversell your sure that all is well. Exactly, because if they know that, my boss is a banker, my boss is making good money wherever he or she is, before you know it, still just carry your bike away or something. Exactly. So I don't know, but if you're thinking maybe there are other ways you can look at it. You need to get a trusted hand. But it's viable. I can't deny that fact. But you really need to get a trusted hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This is one of the questions. She's done well.